Most people open the Elementor Atomic Editor V4 and immediately feel a little lost. Everything looks different. The old workflow doesn't quite apply anymore.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
And suddenly there are things like div blocks, Flexbox, CSS classes, variables, and components. So instead of just clicking around and hoping something works, let's slow this down for a second. Because the Atomic Editor isn't just a new editor layout. It introduces a completely different way of thinking about building in Elementor. And if you're coming from the old V3 workflow, that shift can feel a bit strange at first. Because Elementor isn't just a widget-based page builder anymore. It's slowly turning into something closer to a design system. Now, the good news is, you do not need to become a developer for this. We're still building visually. We're still dragging things around. But in this video, I want to break down the core Atomic Editor concepts that actually matter. We'll look at the new layout logic with div blocks and Flexbox, and then the three big ideas behind the new workflow: CSS classes, variables, and components. So by the end of this video, the Atomic Editor should make a whole lot more sense. Subscribe for Elementor tutorials. Let's dive in. Alright, so let's start with the first thing that changed in the Atomic Editor, the widgets, or as Elementor calls them now, atomic elements. And before we panic, no, this does not mean Elementor suddenly became a physics simulator. It just means the elements are smaller building blocks now. Instead of giant widgets that try to do everything, Elementor gives us simple pieces, things like div block, Flexbox, heading, paragraph, button, image, which basically covers 90% of what most websites are made of anyway. Because if we're honest, every landing page on the internet is basically big headline, some persuasive sentence, one shiny button, and maybe a picture of someone looking very confident at a laptop. So before we add text or buttons, we first need a layout container. And this is where the first atomic element comes in, the div block. Think of the div block as a box. Nothing fancy, just a box. A very polite box that politely holds your content. Inside that box, we then decide how things should behave, and that's where Flexbox comes in. Flexbox basically decides, do things sit next to each other or under each other? So, row layout, column layout, alignment, spacing. In other words, Flexbox is the traffic controller of your layout. Without it, everything just crashes into each other. So to align the items in the middle and also have them stacked vertically instead of in a row, just click Direction Column and Justify Content Center. This is also possible with the div block, because as you can see here, just open the Layout tab, then change Display from Block to Flex. Both are the same underlying element. A div block is a standard HTML div, while the Flexbox element is simply that same div with Display Flex already applied. Alright, now that we have our layout, let's add some elements. First element, heading, because every landing page starts with a headline that promises something slightly unrealistic. Then we can add the paragraph widget, which doesn't have the text editor anymore. Instead, we can now make simple design changes like bold, or set links in a text directly in the canvas area of the editor, like this. This is so helpful, because now we can safely paste any kind of text into the element here on the left side, without messing up the design by accidentally also inserting text formation like it could happen with the old text editor widget. This is so helpful. Also, there's no such thing anymore like 10 pixels on the bottom. This new paragraph element looks clean and behaves clean. Here is the old widget. This happens when I click on it. And there was always the hustle to get rid of this randomly added bottom space. And this is the new element when I click on it. Better, right? Now here's something that already feels different in the Atomic Editor, styling. In the old Elementor editor, styling sometimes lived under style, sometimes under advanced, sometimes hidden somewhere like a treasure hunt. But now, all atomic elements share the same styling system. Layout, spacing, typography, background, border. Same tabs, same structure. Every element. Which means once you understand the styling for one element, you understand it for all of them, which already saves a surprising amount of time. And this leads us to the first big Atomic Editor concept, variables. Variables are basically reusable design values. The most common example, Colors. Let's say we define a primary color. Instead of manually typing the color everywhere, we create a variable. Now that color can be reused across the entire website. Buttons, links, backgrounds. And if we ever change that variable, everything updates automatically. So to create a variable, just click this icon here, hit the plus button, type a name, press enter, and that's it. Now the idea behind variables is pretty powerful. We're not limited to colors or spacing anymore like in the old system. We can basically store any design value and reuse it across the entire website. And once a variable becomes part of a CSS class, things get even more flexible. Let me show you an example with typography, because this is where the new system really shines. In the old Elementor workflow, we had global fonts and typography settings. You had to leave the editor, open the site settings, go to the typography tab, change something, save it, and then go back to the editor to see the result.
A few moments later.
If you had to do this multiple times, it got pretty annoying. The new workflow is much faster. Now we can simply create typography variables directly inside the editor. So let's try this. First, grab a heading element, then go to the typography settings and define the font family. Now instead of setting it locally, we can save it as a variable. Just click the variable icon, give it a name, and save it. And from now on, whenever we need to define a font family somewhere else on the page, we can simply select that variable, which means we can easily manage multiple font families and reuse them wherever we want. And the best part is, if we ever want to change the font later, we only need to update the variable once, and the change will automatically apply everywhere across the entire site. Next concept, classes. This is where Elementor really starts behaving like a design system. A class is basically a group of styles that can be reused. Let's say we style our button, padding, typography, border radius, background color. Instead of repeating that styling everywhere, we convert those styles into a class. For example, primary button. Now, every time we add a button, we just apply that class. Boom. Instant consistency. No copy-paste, no guessing, no mysterious, why does this button look slightly different? And now the final concept, components. This is where things get really powerful, because components allow us to save entire layouts, not just individual elements. So let's say we built this hero section, heading, paragraph, button layout. Instead of rebuilding it again somewhere else, we can turn the whole thing into a component and reuse it across the website. But here's the best part. We can define editable properties, which means the design stays the same, but the content can change. So to create a new component, just right-click on the Flexbox or div block, click on Create Component, type in a name, and hit Create, which is exactly how modern UI systems work. And it's honestly a huge upgrade compared to the old workflow, where we basically had to copy and paste sections all the time, and then make all the changes manually. So if you zoom out for a second, the Atomic Editor actually works a bit like chemistry. Variables are the atoms, classes are the molecules, components are the final structures. And once those pieces work together, Elementor suddenly starts to make a lot more sense. If you want to see 6 Atomic Editor features that can save you hours of work, watch this video next.